getting to the time of year where Roger Voggs fires up his farming equipment for the season. But the Manitoba farmer says running his propane-fueled grain dryer gets more costly each year due to the rising carbon tax.
We're getting a truckload almost a day of propane, you know, so and that pushed the propane price or the fuel price for the drying up about 20%.
The federal carbon tax rose to $80 a ton this week, prompting pain at the pumps.
It's just outrageous. I don't think taxing people is going to save the planet.
And protests across the country.
The intention is to stay until they end the carbon tax.
While most Canadians will get a rebate to cover the cost, it's been at the center of political debate. Manitoba and Nova Scotia's premiers vowed to take up the Prime Minister's challenge to come up with a carbon tax alternative.
We've got a very strong case to make that Manitoba is going to hit net zero.
While the carbon tax is exempt for certain farming equipment, it's not exempt on propane and natural gas used for heating barns and drying grain.
In a lot of cases, that tax is actually more than what the actual fuel cost was to heat that building. So it is a substantial amount. It adds up.
Bill C-234, a private member's bill, aims to exempt both grain drying and barn heating from the carbon tax. But it was amended by the Senate in December and sent back to the House of Commons to remove barn heating from that exemption.
We are the only sector that actually doesn't get to pass it along. Because we are price takers, because we do not set the price for our product we sell, we absorb all the costs of the carbon tax.
Meaning for now, farmers like Voggs will continue to feel that extra cost.
I find it kind of unfair because grain farming produces, tons of vegetation throughout the season. It's probably one of the biggest carbon sinks in Western Canada, and yet we're being penalized for it.
Marnie Blunt, Global News, Winnipeg.